Hey everybody, welcome to our new channel. My name is Kels.
My name is Kins, and this is Kels and Kins Read.
This is our BookTube channel where we talk about books and other fun things. Before we get started, we wanted to go ahead and introduce ourselves for the people who are not our family and friends. So, like I said, my name is Kels, short for Kelsey. I am 26. I live in Washington State, and I am a mental health therapist at a college here. And right now, I am currently trudging through Crescent City too.
You'll get there, you'll get there.
Oh my God, it's so long.
Okay, so my name is Kens, short for Kenzie. I'm 26. I live in North Carolina. I'm a recreational therapist, and currently I am reading A Court This Cruel and Lovely. I finished the score last night, so I haven't decided.
Did you really?
Yeah, I haven't decided on the next physical book I'm gonna read.
Okay,
So,
okay. What did you rate it?
So I really liked it. I hate that I took such a long gap between the deal and the mistake and then these.
Yeah.
Because I was like struggling to remember a little bit about like Garrett and Hannah's story and Logan and Grace's story. So I was like, oh, okay. But I don't know right now. Dean might be my favorite. Like,
Really?
I don't know. I really loved it, and like his whole, except for like obviously like the conflict, but his whole like drop anything to be there for her, like that just got me.
I got
just got
butterflies. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Dean, and I hate that like he had such a bad rep, as like this rich preppy, boy, and
Yeah.
but no, I enjoyed it. I'm thinking about starting. What is it? The goal. Thinking about starting Tucker's story because I was not expecting that plot twist at the end.
Oh my God, don't spoil it. I read the goal or the score. I haven't read the goal yet. We should buddy read it.
Yes, we should. Oh my God, but like no, it literally tells you at the end of the goal, and I was like, what?
Huh? And I wasn't expecting it to be her.
Yeah, me either. Especially with everything like that happened in the score. Like I just no. I'm excited. Yeah, we should buddy read that one. I'm down.
Yeah. Oh my God. So, I bet you're all wondering, for those again who don't know us, how did we meet? I mean, I live in Washington. You live in North Carolina. Where does our story begin?
Oh, well, fun fact. We met while bartending down in Oak Island, North Carolina, when you lived here.
When I did live there.
Yeah, sadly, you moved. You left me.
Sorry. It's not you, it's me.
But yeah, I got the luxury of training Kelsey and manager telling me, oh, you're gonna love her, you're twins. And here we are. We're twins, basically. Separated at birth.
Yeah, conjoined actually. We were conjoined. They had to separate our brains because we were just too powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we thought to start off our channel, we would do something a little fun called a newbie booktube tag, and this is by Brenda C. Her YouTube video is now unlisted, but of course credit still goes to Brenda, so shout out Brenda C. The questions persist. So we kind of modified it and just kept it a couple questions, not the full thing. But our first question is, why did we start this channel?
I definitely think we started the channel partly because you moved, and we really enjoy talking about books. I mean, we started a book club. Well, we started 2 book clubs.
We started 2.
But we really enjoy talking about books, and we found like this is a good way for us to keep up our long distance friendship, and we wanted more people to talk about books with, get other opinions, see what other people think about what we're reading, what we think about them, stuff like that.
Definitely a great way that we keep up our friendship. Of course we still text every now and then, but now we're like forced to FaceTime or meet on Discord once a week. So it definitely helps. But yeah, I echo that. It's just fun to talk about books, and the book community online is so fun. So, we want to be a part of it. We want to be a part of the club. What are some fun and unique things that we can bring to the BookTube realm?
Well, like we talked about bartending, we're just, we're fun. I think we have very fun, unique personalities. We love to joke around. We love, we joke with each other. We make fun of each other. We have different personalities, but we have very similar qualities to certain things. And I just think that that's fun to show and fun to let other people see.
Yeah. I mean, hyping ourselves up. We got some pretty good personalities over here. It's like elevator pitch. Why are we cool? So aside from our amazing personalities, I think a good part of this channel is showing how to maintain long distance friendships, and maybe that's something that we talk about in a future episode, but being able to keep up with that, because life happens, people move away, and also just sharing hobbies. There's something so beautiful, this is my therapist side coming out, something so beautiful about being able to connect with another person based on your hobbies. It's like, it feels good to feel seen and to share that with a large community. So why do you love reading, Kenz? If you didn't know, this is my interview for Kenz, if she's part of Kelson Kenz.
So I love reading, mainly for, the escapism aspect of it, because, reading's fairly new to me. Not learning to read, but enjoying reading.
She didn't know how to read until this year.
Yeah. Just enjoying to read. I did not have the attention span growing up to read, so I didn't enjoy it. Totally didn't. I hated being forced to read books. Couldn't stand it. But then, during COVID, I was just, I felt like it was a dark place for a lot of us. Graduation was taken away from me, and all these things, and I just wanted a way to escape from reality. So I started forcing myself to read books, and then I fell in love with it. So
yeah, I definitely feel the escapism reading a book, especially a really good book. You just kind of dive headfirst into a whole nother world, a whole nother universe sometimes, and you just get to experience a life that isn't yours, and just, it's fun, because I personally don't love drama with my life, but I love reading about people's drama. So I will eat that up as long as it's not my drama. And that kind of just goes into the love for consuming stories. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. Total side note, but because you mentioned drama, have you read, Magnolia Parks yet? I haven't read it, but that's all I hear about it is it is drama filled. It's toxic, but you toxic in a way that you love it. But that's all I've heard about it is everybody, it's either you love it or you hate it. It's like a Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's like,
but I feel like you would like so it.
Into it. Yeah, I have it in my cart online. I'm waiting for that. What book or series got you into reading?
The book that really got me into reading, reading real books, is Beach Read by Emily Henry. And you gave me that book the day I left for the day I left bartending for a big girl job.
And she left me. She broke up with me.
But I do love that book. I reread that book a lot. It's a comfort read for sure.
I need to reread that. It's been years.
I kid you not, I'm gonna recommend the audiobook to you, because reading it and listening to it, two different experiences, and the audiobook, the audiobook and just the quotes that you love from that book, but hearing them, amazing. I think you, for your reread, you should listen to it at least once.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Is it a male or female narrator, or both?
Ooh, I want to say it's dual. It's both, but I don't know. I did the reread like 2 months ago, so I don't quite remember. I'll look it up for you.
Thank you. Just to have a man whisper in my ear that he's overwhelmed that I exist. Oh,
girl. Even if it's not a man and it's like the female narrator in a more masculine voice, it's still is like, wow.
Butterflies. Like, I'm sweating.
Like, okay, McCartney, I need you to say this to me. Please.
Read from this book. For me, I want to say it was the Harry Potter series, though I did eat up some Magic Treehouse. And some Sarah Dessen. Hello. No, I remember we would go to the library every day. So I think the next question, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but in 3rd grade, we would always go to the library and pick out some books, and I would just fly through Magic Treehouse. I loved it. Talk about escapism. Those are kids that literally travel in a Magic Treehouse. But Harry Potter, for sure. I really love that series. I think,
could you say that again?
Not started coming out, but
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. Are you okay?
Hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Sorry, I was just like, who is talking? Siri.
Oh my God, Siri it's Kels, Kens, and Siri. Oh my
She's
God.
like, what are you talking about?
Like, huh?
Sorry.
I'm talking about
Sorry.
Harry Potter. That was definitely popular though when I was in middle school. And Sarah Dessen. I don't know if you've heard of Sarah Dessen before.
No, I haven't. Not really. But like I said, reading as a kid was not for me. Now, Magic Treehouse. I did love those books. And I just bought them. I bought the complete set of them for my nephew.
Oh my God.
And he read I can't say he read the first one. Him and his mom read the first one.
Yeah.
And he loved it. So I'm hoping they'll start, introducing a little bit more to him. But yeah, I bought him the whole set for Christmas last year, and he was so excited.
That's so sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
He's gonna love
I was like, you gotta
forcing
read these
reading on
books.
him.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Well, he loves to read. Like, he's so smart. So I was like, he's 6. Let's start introducing some of these really good books to him. So
Yeah. Aw.
I know.
But yeah, Sarah Dessen, she wrote Along for the Ride, which is now a Netflix movie, I believe. That was actually filmed, I'm pretty sure, in Carolina Beach, too.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Long for the Ride. It's a Netflix movie?
I think so. I think that's where I watched it.
Is it like what is it about? I went through, now that you said it was filmed in Carolina Beach, I went through when I had COVID, I went through all of these Netflix movies, like Netflix original movies or whatever, and there was one that was filmed in Wilmington, Carolina Beach area, and I was like, oh.
Well, it
But
came
I
out in
never heard of it.
2022.
I don't know, I've had COVID 3 times.
Oh, shit. It's all blurring together. This is the synopsis. During the summer before college, Auden meets the mysterious Eli, a fellow insomniac. While the seaside town of Colby sleeps, the two embark on nightly quests to help Auden experience the fun, carefree life she never knew she wanted.
I think I've watched it. Is she living with her dad and stepmom?
I think so.
I think
People also ask, is it a good movie?
I watched it.
Sarah Dessen vibes give Jenny Han in that it's YA cute little romances in high school. Hence why I loved them, because I was living through them. Lock and Key was also another one. I can't remember.
Isn't that a Netflix series?
No, it's just a book.
What's that Netflix series that's like Lock something?
I know what you're talking about. Not the same thing. That's fantasy.
Oh, never mind.
But I know, but they have the little keyholes in the back of their neck or something. Yeah, I know what you're. Okay.
I didn't watch it. McCartney
I
watched
did.
it. He's like obsessed with it.
Yeah. So who are your favorite booktubers or bookfluencers?
Well, I definitely watch, I call them like the main three. We've talked about them a lot.
The big three.
Yeah, like Sarah Caroli, Destiny Sidwell, and Haley Pham. Is that how you say her last name? Pham. Yeah. I watch the three of them. I watch Heather McLary a lot. Love her videos.
Oh my god.
And then the first booktuber that I watch is Nikki, and I want to say it's Wit. I could be wrong on her last name, but I just really know her as Nikki's Book Nook. So I don't fully know her last name, but
yeah.
There, and I watch them for different recommendations too, because they all kind of give different vibes of what books they like and whatnot. So kind of depends on what I'm looking at and what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah. I've never watched any Nikki's Book Nook. I think I'll have to check her out today. Maybe I'll get sucked into her video wormhole.
She is a lover of Harry Potter. Loves Harry Potter. And Twilight. She talked about Twilight a lot. And how that was like her books. But what I like about her is if you want, she's closer to, she is our age. So, because I think everybody else on the list is a couple, 2 years younger than us, maybe.
Yeah.
So she's our age. So she still reads YA, but she reads other adult books. She'll talk about spicy books. She's got a very wide range of books that she likes. Like she reads a lot of thrillers, and fantasies and romance and whatnot. But I like that she will talk about and recommend spice books too. So if you're in the mood for that, it's like, oh hey, by the way, here's a recommendation. But it's a little bit different than the others.
Yeah. I definitely read the big three, Sarah, Destiny, Haley, Rachel Catherine. I really enjoy her videos. Hers are more like vlog than totally book centered, but she does have some. Shaughnessy Schroeder, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I also love her books. She reads so much. She'll read like 4 books at a time, and I'm just like, how do you do that?
My max is 2.
Yeah, on a good day.
Yeah.
Heather, also Larissa, but I think her channel is just Larry. Who else? Allie on Just Allie. I like her books too. But yeah. When did you start getting into reading? Not when did you learn. When did you start getting into reading?
Like I said, definitely COVID. And it started, I was living in Oak Island at the time, bartending, kind of had, I was applying for job, but, had a lot of free time, and everything. So I was like, I'm going to start reading. And I went to Walmart one day and bought a Harley Quinn novel that was $2 and was 200 pages. I was like, this will be a good way for me to start reading because they're short, they're quick, and if I didn't like it, it was $2, so
yeah.
It was an easy way for me to get into reading and see if it was a hobby I wanted to pick up, and it definitely worked. I don't read them anymore, but I don't know, they still have a special place in my heart sometimes. Cause
yeah.
Like, I remember that book.
Throwback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I started really getting into reading in 3rd grade. We had this program, Reading Counts, where you would read a book and then take an online quiz about it to make sure it counts. And then we would do a competition in the classroom of who got the most points. So I'm very competitive, of course. So I would be flying through books, but I loved them. I think I also read like Little Women back then, but I don't know if it was like the Little Women classic, but like it was like singular books on each sister. So, you know, whoever is watching this, is this a thing or am I just hallucinating this memory? But I really remember I had the string on the book to hold your page, like as a built-in bookmark.
Do you remember the books? Oh my god, well, I don't remember what they were called, but they were like the journal entry books, and it was like about somebody. Oh my god, what were they called? I'm gonna have to send it to you later. But it was like these books that you could get, and it had like the little string for your bookmark, but like each book was like about somebody, and it was like you would read, but they were like journal entries and all these. Oh my god, I used to read them all the time when I was a kid. Because like we had, our program was AR, so accelerated reading, and you had to take tests. But ours wasn't even like within your classroom, it was like within the entire school based off grade.
Oh my god.
So like I went to a school and we were like our mascots were the pandas, and so they had these like pandas with your name on them on this big wall, and it was for AR, and you could see where you like ranked for your, like it was really cool. And then at the end of the year, if you were at a certain part, you got like a pizza party.
Oh my god. I'd do anything, one for my name on a wall, but for a pizza party as a kid, oh my god, say less.
Yeah, so I remember us having to do a certain amount per like year, so being forced to read, but definitely ate those books up. In like middle school, elementary school.
Yeah, third grade is when I definitely got into reading, but you know, Ken's and I, we both played sports throughout our life, so we were really busy during the school year. So I did a lot of my reading during the summer, specifically. So I would say that kind of echoed all through high school too, but it was just mainly in the summer when I would go on vacation or something. And then I took time off in college and grad school from reading, just because I was already reading so many textbooks that my brain could just not compute. But then again, you know, when COVID hit and a lot more free time and I was done after I'd graduated grad school, that's when I really got back into reading. Where do you do your reading?
It kind of depends on like the time of day, but like in the mornings, I like to force myself to get out of bed. So I like to go downstairs, and sit on our couch and have a coffee. So in the mornings, I definitely like to read on my couch downstairs, but as it gets closer to the evening, I like to come upstairs and read in my bed, but a made bed. It's got to be a made bed, unless I'm like ready, like I'm reading right before bed. Then I might go under the covers because I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish the chapter, then I'm going to bed. But no, I like to have all the pillows up against the headboard, just like cuddled in and being like, all right, I'm gonna read, but then I'm not having to wear, like, I'm like not getting hot because of the covers or whatever. So a made bed.
A made bed with the pillows against the headboard. That's so specific, but it works. That's where you're like flying. That's like when you're in the mood to fly through a book. That's your setup.
Yes.
I too read in bed, at least right now. And by bed, I mean air mattress on a bed frame. This is a story, but my boyfriend and I just moved to Washington, and we have a house. But our stuff is in North Carolina still. So we don't have any of our furniture, including the mattresses. So right now, the only comfortable place to sit is either on the floor on the one section of rug in this like little nook, or in bed on an air mattress, unmade, because I'm in the covers because it's also 0 degrees.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's been in the negatives recently, and coming from North Carolina, especially on the beach, not here for that, but I am here for that, actually. But, soon where I'm filming this is going to be my reading nook as I move away from the mic. And we just got a new couch, which should be delivered at the end of the month. So I assume I just got a chair, so that's going to be right there. You guys are going to see the evolution of my nook through this time. So I'll get a chair right there this end of this week, and then the new couch hopefully will be my new reading spots. But yeah.
It's going to be cozy. I can't wait for updates.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I haven't been comfortable in months.
I know. Well,
what kind of books do you like to read?
Big romance girly over here.
Big romance girl.
Love romance, romantasy, fantasy. I think I definitely, it depends on the book. If it's a fantasy book with like a subtext of romance where it's not like the overall plot,
Yeah.
I can still get into it. And I'm slowly getting into fantasy books that like have none. But yeah, definitely those are my top 3. And then very little lit fiction, minimal YA. I mean, I'll read a YA, but I feel like I'm getting to the point where certain YA is just like, I'm getting too old for YA books. They don't hit the same. So, but yeah, those are my top.
Yeah. I echo the same genres. Romance, fantasy, put them together. I also like romantasy. Lit fic, few. We do have a lit fic for our book club this month, and so I'm excited. It's been on my TBR for a while, so this is kind of forcing me to read it. I love some sci-fi. Oh yeah, no, me either. It's still right here from book club. It's The Vanishing Half. That's our book club book for January. But I love a good sci-fi dystopian. Ooh, those just scratch an itch. I do enjoy some YA. But I also love mystery, thriller, horror. Something to make my blood pressure spike and make me sweat a little bit.
I'm good.
You'll be too scared.
Yeah, no, my limit to that is like, what is it? Romantic suspense. But like some like mafia romance, crime romance that's in there, but like that's about it. That like gives me the suspense that I want without being terrified that somebody's gonna come break in my house.
Oh, I'm like, I hope they do.
I'm like, no.
I've read about this. I know how to fend off intruders.
I could do some maybe like mystery if they're trying to solve something. Yeah. I could probably do versus somebody's like gonna come kill you.
Oh yeah. Like the Inheritance Games is a mystery.
Yes, and I freaking devoured those books. Oh my God, but also YA mystery, so
yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I haven't like branched fully out into sci-fi or dystopian yet. Because isn't Hunger Games considered dystopian?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I didn't like those movies. I didn't read the books. I'm not a Hunger Games girly. Don't hate me.
There's flies coming out of my mouth. Oh my God.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I mean, I could probably try it again, but no, I couldn't get into it. I like Divergent, but I never saw the rest of them.
Don't.
I didn't finish
They're not
it.
worth your time.
Don't. I loved the first one, but yeah.
I'm actually re-listening. Well, I read them the first time, but now I'm listening to the Divergent series.
I saw on your Goodreads.
On Libby. Yeah. I'm slugging through them too. Oh my God, I'm struggling. What does your book collection look like?
Okay, well, right now it's all in storage except for like the 20 books I have at our house. But it's probably, I'd say like 75% romance books. And then let's see, like, I don't know, 15% fantasy, and then the rest, whatever that math is.
The miscellaneous.
The miscellaneous, random books that I picked up. Whether it's an inspirational book, a nonfiction book. I I haven't forced myself to read Matthew Perry's memoir yet. I want to, but I think it's a little too
soon.
Not ready yet. Too soon. Not ready yet.
Yeah. Not ready to kind of grieve. That's okay.
yeah, not ready for that. So yeah, I have it. I look at it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read it, and then I'm like, I'm not ready. I haven't been able to really watch the show either, so which is sad.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, so that's what it looks like right now.
Yeah. Ken's also just moved into a new house, so for y'all that are following along with us, you're gonna see like the evolution of our setups.
Yeah, especially because I guess my little book shelves are gonna go like right here and go across. We're gonna do like the floating. Well, they'll be like floating shelves, but they'll have like obviously braces to hold them.
I sure hope so.
Like, yeah, but not like a physical like bookshelf. They're gonna be shelves on the wall, and then they'll go over the top of the door.
Oh my god, that's gonna look so cool. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then eventually we'll put a couch up here because this is like a split room. McCartney's office, my book nook. So
yeah, that's very similar to me. Like this is my book nook. This is what it looks like. But down there, down there is Brady's setup, his office.
Yeah.
So this is what my book setup looks like. My bookshelves. I organize it by genre. So each like collection of shelves, like that is, I think that's mystery, thriller, romance, and then right next to me is fantasy, and then miscellaneous. But I organize them by genre, and then I organize them by author. Eventually, when I get all of my
that's
books.
probably how I'm gonna do it. But then I'm like, am I gonna be crazy? Should I go into like, because romance, obviously I have a lot of romance books. Should I go into romance like subplots or tropes or whatever? Because like I do have a lot of like, I love sports romance. I read a lot of sports romance.
Yeah.
Do I like separate those so then it's like, oh hey, like somebody wants a sports romance, recommend this book, read this book.
Bam, here you go.
but then it will bother me if it's by an author who like wrote just a different book and I have it and they're not together. So I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out.
Yeah, I think
Like
you
how to
could do
set it
like
up.
a sports romance shelf, like on one of your
Yeah.
shelves, and then like just have like feature shelves maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And then I'm gonna have a TBR shelf where it's like books that I'm like
Books.
the books that like I really want to read.
Yeah, the immediate TBR.
Yeah, because right now I kind of have it separated by like granted, well, it's in storage, but it was separated by like all the books that were in the drawers are my like physical TBR books, and kind of broken up by like what they were.
Yeah.
And then all the books on the shelf were like the books that I've read, broken up by genre, series.
Yeah.
And like, you know, whatever, alphabetized. But so yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be once I get the stuff, then we'll figure it out.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. One thing. This is a hot topic. I don't like the color-coded shelves. I said it. I said what I said. It stresses me out. The authors and the series just won't be together, especially Avatar. Those are all different colors.
I think it's pretty to look at, but I like you said, like I don't like my series being split up.
Yeah.
I have done my shelves that way before, but it was only like the red books like that I did it that way, and then I switched it by genre and then by author. Because I definitely see the authors that I read more of, that I put them all together. But yeah, I think it's pretty. It's very pleasing, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd get lost with the books.
Yeah, it's pretty, but I just don't think, for me personally, disclaimer.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think it would be very functional for my brain to process that. Like, if I don't know, I just want everything together that goes together, you know? I don't want my romance sitting next to a thriller that, I don't know, doesn't sit right with me.
Well, then it's also hard. It's like, would you forget that you had a book? Because, like, what if, authors come out with new, like, editions or a new cover, depending on if they have a new publisher or whatnot. Like, where do you put the book? Or, like, also, are you just doing it strictly by the spine color? Because there's a lot of books that, what is it? Part of Your World is blue, but the spine is yellow.
So you put it in. Well, I guess it would be the spine, because the spine is the one that you're seeing in the shelf. But
like, wouldn't that be so unsatisfying to, like, pull out from a yellow book and then the book the cover's blue?
Like, very jarring.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fun fact: we filmed this whole video yesterday. But the video, we screen recorded it on my phone, and for some reason it only kept the last minute and 50 seconds. Very, very specific, but that's all it kept. And I was listening back to the audio clips, and it's like, I even was like, oh, let me make sure it's still recording. It was, and I have enough storage on my phone, so I'm confused.
That's all we have for our newbie tag in our first video.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. We right now upload every other week for now until we get the hang of it. And all our socials and information will be linked down below. So join us next time on Kels and Ken's Read. Bye, guys.